Hello. It's good to see you. Today we have a fun little kit. It's a tie-dye, T-I-E-D-Y-E, rock art set. And this just looked so groovy that I had to get it. I found this at Lidl. And look, see, you get these rocks, and they're like polished, tumbled river rocks. And you get to paint the rocks. It says that you get to paint 2 pounds of premium rocks. We don't even have to deal with like regular old cheap ass rocks. We get premium rocks. Only the best. I don't know how you determine which rocks are premium, but they have gone to the trouble of discerning that for us, which I think is tremendous. The name of this company is Made by Me. We're not literally making rocks. We're not literally making anything. We're just painting the rocks. But look at these pretty swirly designs. So it kind of looks like a tie-dye. Here's what's included in this kit. We get 2 pounds of rocks, a scratch stick, 4 paint pots, and 1 paintbrush, and easy to follow instructions. Now, I've never done one of these before, so we're going to be doing this together. It's my first time ever trying anything like this, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and we will go ahead and see how we do painting rocks in a tie-dye style. Alright, I have everything out. Got my rocks. I have to respectfully disagree with the Made by Me company. It said we were going to get premium rocks. These just look like rocks that they found out in the parking lot. I mean, they're cool. I love rocks. First of all, they're a lot smaller than it looked on the box. The box made it look like you were going to get, you know, a bunch of big rocks, which this one's a pretty good size. And this one. But that one's cool. It's very smooth and shiny. But I don't really see how these are premium rocks as opposed to, you know, crappy rocks. I don't know. I don't really get it. But I was expecting more rocks, you know, kind of a larger size, but a lot of them are small. This one is actually very cool just as it is. Look at that. Ooh, I don't even want to paint that one. I'm going to leave that one alone. I think that one looks pretty just as it is. I like all the little swirls and colors. I'm not going to paint that one. I like that one. I mean, I like all of them. I love rocks. I've been collecting rocks since I was a kid, and I mean, they're nothing fancy or anything, just rocks that I thought were cool. So, alright, we have instructions here. Create your own to dye for DYE rock art. Setting up. Creating your own tie-dye rock art is super fun, but it can get messy. Protect your workspace with newspaper, paper towels, or the insert inside the packaging, and put on a smock or an apron. The paints provided are acrylic, which means they can leave permanent stains on clothing and furniture. Spread out your materials and keep a cup of water nearby to clean off your brushes as you paint. Well, they did give us our little paint pots. Here you can see we get yellow, green, blue, and red right here. And they did give us a little scratcher. It's just a little wooden stick here to, I guess, swirl the colors on the rocks. And they gave us 1 paintbrush. This is the little brush that came with the set. I went ahead and just grabbed some of my brushes. Well, they're my kids' brushes, but these are just some brushes that my kids used to use for painting when they were younger. So we would have a few more so we don't have to keep washing and drying the same brush over and over. Alright, it says here when you're ready to create your tie-dye rock art. Step 1, plan your design. What paint colors will you use to create your rock art? Rockin' tip. They give us a rockin' tip. Need creative inspiration? Check out the packaging for ideas. Just make it like the ones on the box. See, we just put a bunch of color wherever you want to, because then you're going to swirl it with the stick. Step 2, start painting. Dip your paintbrush into the first paint color and slide it along your rock. Wash off your brush in the water cup. Add another color next to the first and repeat. While the paint is still wet, spread and swirl the colors together using the scratch stick to create a cool tie-dye pattern. Rockin' tip. Rockin' tip number 2. Combine paints to create every color of the rainbow. And in case you don't remember, red and yellow make orange, blue and red make purple. Step 3, once the paint dries, add details. Paint fun designs and patterns like hearts, stars, peace signs, or smiley faces. Try dipping the scratch stick into a paint pot and dab polka dots onto your rock. They use exclamation points everywhere to make it extra exciting. Step number 4, after your rock art dries, your masterpieces are set in stone. Display them in your backyard, around your neighborhood, inside a terrarium, or gift them to friends and family. Hey, I love you. Have a rock. Rockin' tip number 3. Remember to close your paints when you're finished using them so the colors don't dry out. Exclamation point. And then they want you to go online and share your creations, which being honest with you, I will never do other than this right here. Alright, I just took this cardboard insert from the inside of the box and cut it open, and we can just use this surface to put our rocks on. We're not going to be doing all of these rocks. No, we're going to do some though. And I'm only going to be painting one side because I don't want to sit here and try to handle them a whole lot. I'm going to do one side of the rock. That seems to be easier. This one's pretty. Look at it. Yeah, that's cool. So, I'm thinking, I wonder if it would be better to just have one paintbrush per color, like green for green, red, well, for mixing them, it might not work, but, and then, well, these two are pink and purple, but could color coordinate 2 of them anyway. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. And I do have my water cup. It has water in it, so it's hard to turn it up. But this was a cup that both of my kids used to use. It has Big Bird and Ernie and Bert on it and Cookie Monster. And it says, yum, that's good. I think there used to be a plate that went with it, but it got lost along the way. Alright, let's start. I really like this beautiful blue right here. Maybe we could start with that. So we're going to pop it open. Like that. Okay. So I've never done this before. I don't think I've ever actually painted a rock before. I don't really have a design in mind. I'm just going to put some little blue stripes on it, like so. Blue stripes. And I want some on this end here, like that. And some right here on this side. Okay. Kind of go over the edge a little bit. Put in a little extra paint. And I have a paper towel over here. I'm just going to set that paintbrush there. And then let's mix in. See, I'm thinking you're going to get some of the other color on here. Let's do green. Put some green in there. the blue and green. So we're just kind of adding, and we're going right up to the edge of that blue. They're going to get mixed with the little stick in a minute, but for right now, I'm just trying to get it right up next to the blue, like that. All the way down. Okay. So there's green. Oh shoot, I had a green paintbrush. Well, it didn't matter. I don't think it'll matter that much. Let's try yellow. Oh, life's no fun if you never get any mess on you. I'm doing just little spots, little polka dots of yellow. Shoot. I'm trying to get enough on there so it's not mixing so much with the blue and the green, but I'm failing miserably. Maybe I should have just looked at the pictures on the box. Just little spots, like it has a disease. Look at that. Okay, so there's yellow, and then I take my little stick. Now let's see what happens. We're going to try to swirl with the stick. You could run it out like a little star into the green and blue. There we go. Like little stars. There. I'm just wiping the stick on a paper towel. Okay. So there we have our first rock. Doesn't look very tie-dyed to me. Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect with this kit. Basically, I could have just gone out to the creek not far from my house and picked up some rocks and used my own paints and done the same thing. I thought maybe there was some, I don't know, something special to make them look like tie-dye, but really not so much. I'm not sure where to put that. I'm just gonna put it there. Okay. So we'll get another rock. Wow, that's a nice one. Look at that. This one has all kinds of texture and stuff going on. Ooh, it looks like a space rock, doesn't it? Looks like a little space rock. It's heavy. This is a premium rock, y'all. Premium rock. We haven't used red yet. Let's try some red. I'm remembering to use the red paintbrush this time. Okay. So load up the paintbrush. What if we just do some blobs on here like this? I don't know. Okay, we have red blobs. Let's go back to our yellow blobs with a hint of green because I got green paint in there. Honestly, would I recommend this set? No, I wouldn't. Well, for me, I don't know about where you live, but we have little creeks and rivers and streams everywhere in this part of the world, and I could literally walk 5 minutes away from my house and go down to a creek and get rocks that look just as good, if not better, than these. So I think this kit was $6.99. I bought it a while back. I'm just now getting around to trying it out. I'm filling in these little gaps with blue. So if you wanted to try some tie-dye rock art, all you have to do is get just some little paint pots. You can get these paints very inexpensively at Target or Walmart or a craft store. They're really not expensive. And just get some little brushes. They're not expensive. You could do it way cheaper than the set. I guess with the set though, it's convenience. You know, you have everything together and you don't have to get anything. So you do have the convenience factor. So you do have to consider that. Actually, look at this right now. Look at that. I kind of like it just like that. It almost looks like enamel. I don't even want to swirl it together. I think it looks pretty just like it is. I'm serious. I really do. I'm not swirling that one. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Let's see. I use this other big one here. They are very smooth. These are just rocks out of a river somewhere. They didn't even do anything to these, I bet. They weren't tumbled or anything. They got them out of a river somewhere. Okay. What do we want to do to this one? I'm thinking yellow. Take some yellow. And we have a little crease. I'm going to nestle yellow right into that crease right there. Like that. And right into this section. I can just bring it down. I tap in a little bit of extra paint. Tap, 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 tap. Just like that. And then right up here, come up a little bit. And here's another little line. We'll fill that one in too. Let's tap some paint into that little line right there. Good. Oh, and there's a little bit right there. A little spot. Just like that. Now, how about green? This green is beautiful. Look at that. All right. How much green? We're going to bring that green right up to the yellow. Just up to the edge of the yellow. We're just gently tapping that in there like that. A little bit of yellow, or sorry, green. Dark green. I'm leaving a little bit of space here between this yellow and this green. But then come back up here, work it in right next to that yellow, and bring it down this way. Tapping it in like that. Just gentle. Alright? Don't stick it in the blue paint pot. That's not where it goes. I just about did. And bring it up this way. These used to be UNC Wilmington Seahawks colors, this green and this yellow. I went to UNC Wilmington. Got my psychology degree there. But they've changed their colors since then. Right there. So we have our green and our yellow. How's that? Very nice. So we have green and yellow. I don't really feel like trying to mix these colors. I don't know. We'll do some blue. How about blue, right? Oh, a little vein of blue right across. Right up next to that green. We're going to gently apply that. Coming right up to the green on this side. And the yellow down here. And we're going to bring it down to the edge and right up to the underside of the yellow there. Right there. Oh, that looks good. And we'll bring more blue up here, just above the green. I haven't forgotten that yellow back there. Tapping it in. Tapping it in above the green on this part. Very carefully. Okay. There. Oh, that blue is beautiful. I love that. It's such a beautiful blue. Look at it. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love the color. Now, we'll take our little stick and see if we can combine these colors a little bit. I'm just kind of going zigzag, zigzag, from one color to another. To me, this is not really a tie-dye effect. It just looks like you scratched in the paint. But I guess I'll try to drag some of that yellow up to the blue up here. Ooh, that's cool. And then down, oh, like that, and across. Ooh, across and down. And we have the yellow on this little bit. That actually looks super cool. I really like this one. Look. Look at this one. Ooh. It's so shiny. I like the combination. You have the yellow and then green and then this dark blue and a little hint of yellow right there. I really like the way that one turned out. That is cool. I'm going to put this over here. I think that last one, the one we just did, I think this one is my favorite so far. I really like the stripes. It may not necessarily look like tie-dye, but I still like it. I still think it's pretty. Okay. And of course, if you do your own painting, you can do the entire rock. It would just, honestly, I would do one side and then flip it after it dries and do the other. Otherwise, if you try to handle it, it's gonna, you're just gonna smudge the paint. Okay. When I look at this rock, I find that you basically have two sides. You have this one and this one. I think I'm gonna paint this surface and bring it down to this part as well. It already has pretty little colors in it though. Look at it. It's so pretty. I like all the interesting colors and I like the texture too. That's neat. What should we do here? I got a little bit of yellow paint on my red brush. That's okay. No problem. Let's start with red. We're going to come down with some red right into this light part. I'm going to use that as a natural little separator. We're just going to put some red on that section, tapping it in. There, and we have some lighter bit here. I'm going to add a little bit of extra paint. We're going to do a little bit of extra paint on top. That's going to give you more to swirl, because we're going to swirl this one. Put a little bit up here. We'll put a little extra. Bring it down this side just a little. Just a little. leave some open areas. Don't completely cover it in red. But add some extra paint where you do have red. There. Plop, plop, plop. Just putting in extra. There. And I want to do blue again. You pick up the rock. We're gonna add the blue right in here between these two red sections. Oop, like that. And then bring it around this way. Just like that. Okay. Let's leave a little bit of an open area, but we're going to add a little bit of blue right under here. And here we'll put in some little dots of blue, bring it on around. Like that. Okay. I kind of like painting rocks. This is fun. What do I want to do? Okay, we'll go with yellow again. We're going to take yellow. It is such a beautiful yellow. And we're going to add in the yellow in this section. Adding extra. Just tapping in a little bit more. Put it here too. So that way when we use our little stick, you will have more paint to spread and it will go a little bit further, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just do that section and that one in yellow. Grab our stick. What do you think? Little tiny movements. Just zigzag movements. We can even bring the blue and the red down into the unpainted parts. Across the yellow. Nice. You can even bring it on up and across. Just zigzag. Down to the unpainted parts a little bit, just a little bit. I want to be able to hold the rock. I don't want to get paint all over me. Look at that. This is actually fun. I poo-pooed this set, but you know what? I actually like this. This is cool. Look at it. All right. I'm going to wipe the stick on the paper towel. Now let's look at our rocks again. 2 pounds of premium rocks. I would not call these premium rocks. I grew up around lakes and rivers and streams, and I want to get some big rocks. I want to get, like, you know, real river rocks and paint them. That would be cool. Okay, we'll do this one. Holding these it's like digging up little baby potatoes. They just remind me of little baby taters. Okay. When I was growing up, we always had a huge garden every year, and my brother and I were, huge, humongous. And my brother and I had to keep it weeded and tended, and we spent a lot of time out there, and we would have to dig up potatoes. When it was time to dig up potatoes, that was our job too. So I dug up a lot of potatoes. Okay. So we have green. What do we want to do with green? I want to do a big old blob of green. Just a big spot right here of green. Okay. Around that, I'm going to do red. We're going to take red and go all the way around it. And if I accidentally stick one of these brushes in the wrong paint pot, because I've almost done that now 3 times. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Okay. Red around that. And then I'm going to do yellow. I'm going to hold it like this. We're going to do yellow around the red. I'm just tapping it around. It's not really a circle anymore. It's just sort of a blob of yellow and red. Oh shit, I did it. I stuck it in the green, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. And then blue. There are children playing outside, so if you hear happiness and joy out there, please don't get mad. They're just out there playing. A lot of people don't like to hear that. Okay, it doesn't bother me. Ooh, that actually looks kind of cool just like it is. Look at that. I don't want to swirl it, but I'm gonna. We're just gonna take our stick and go out. Gonna come all. Ooh, isn't that cool? And then we could do a circle and another circle. That's actually kind of neat. Look at that. I guess that's the most tie-dyed looking thing that we've done so far. I guess. I don't know. What do you think? That's alright. It almost makes me think of a compass. A little bit. That's alright. Where am I going to put you, my little friend? I'll put you right there. And you stay there. It's probably going to take these a little while to dry. Look, I'm already getting paint on me, but not too bad. Here's a nice little flat one. It's broken right there, but that's nice. What should we do with that? No. How about blue? We're gonna take some blue. This one I can just kind of hold like this. What do we want to do? Huh. I don't know. Put a little dot there. Put a little dot there. Just a little dot. With a little bit of extra paint. Another dot. Right there in blue. So we have 1, 2, 3 dots of blue. Then take the yellow and do a little dot there of yellow. A little bit extra. And a dot here. Yellow, doing right down here in yellow with a little bit of extra paint. And then we'll go to red, do a little dot, and another one right there. But I'm not having them touch. They're not touching. See? I still like the one that we did that was dotted. Okay. And we take the stick. And I'm just going to meander it through. Like that. Ooh. There we have it. That one was easy. Well, it's a small surface. But I like the swirls. And again, it's not exactly tie-dye, I guess. But it's still cool. Alright, I think we have time for one more. I have time for one more rock. Ooh, this one's neat. Look at, wow. I like that one. That'd be a good skipping rock. You ever skip rocks across a lake or a pond? Oh, that's a good skipping rock. I want to go skip it. I want to go find a lake and skip this rock so bad. I love skipping rocks. I used to be really good at it. Oh yeah, back when I was younger, I was really good at skipping rocks. Okay, let's start with red. What do we want to do with our red? I almost want to do another design, like do them in a circle, in a pattern. We'll start with red in the middle, and my paints are trying to run away. And then we can go around that with yellow, a little bit of yellow. I am just tapping in a little bit of extra around that. And then we're going to go with green. Tap, tap, tap. All the way around with the green. Try not to overlap that yellow any more than I have to. Okay. And blue. Yeah, I could mix the paints, but I don't feel like it. I just feel like doing this. But yeah, you know, you could buy some paints, and that way you could do any colors you want. You could do all kinds of color schemes. You could get metallic paints. There. Yeah, you don't have to buy a kit to do this. You really don't. Okay. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. And again, we're going to take our stick and just pull it out. We're dragging the stick across all the colors. Bring it up beyond. Take it down to the unpainted part. And then I'm going to go around, right around where the colors meet. And there we have it. Got a little bit on my finger, but that's okay. I don't care. I can wash it off. So there we have our last little rock. Look at those pretty colors. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make sure to close up my paint pots. We want to take our brushes, put them in the water. Here's the blue one. Ooh. Let them soak in the water. Here's red. Fun. Green. And yellow. Just let them soak in that lovely water that will turn grayish brown. And our little stick. Just put that in there. We have one brush left over. I think even the paper towel looks pretty. Look at it. It's so colorful. I could about do a tie-dye on the paper towel. And we have rocks left over for another day if I wanted to paint some more. Honestly though, I think if I were going to do this again, I would just go to the creek and find some larger rocks, some that are just, you know, a little bigger. Because I think they're easier to work with. And I would do that. But I do have some leftover rocks. And now we can take a look at our creations today. I believe this one was first. We put in stripes of blue and then green and our yellow dots. And we just kind of took the stick and swirled them together. So that's our first rock. I'll just put that right down here. And our second one, I really like this one. And we didn't swirl this one at all. We just added some little sections of color. We have yellow, blue, and red, all kind of sitting together. It almost makes me think of a patchwork quilt a little bit. But we didn't swirl that one. Perhaps we did this one next. Now this one, first we took the yellow and we filled in the little cracks in the rock, the little fissures, and then we added green here and there and blue, and we used the stick to swirl. It's almost like tiger stripes a little bit. Pretty little stripes in this rock. I love the colors. This one, I think this one is my favorite. I don't know, I just really like this one. Just the way it looks in the center. There's something about it that's just really pretty to me. We had green in the center, and around that we put red, and then yellow, and then that pretty dark blue. The paint is still wet, so it looks kind of shiny. I like that. But I don't know, there's just something about this one that I really like. I think this is my favorite. I don't know if we did this one next or not. I don't remember now, but this one has blue, yellow, and red that have been swirled together, and we took it down beyond the painted part as well, down here and a little bit down here for a nice little pretty design. And then we took this little rock here. This one's very cute. This was very simple. We just did little dots of yellow, red, and blue, and we just took the stick and just kind of zigzagged it and swirled it this way and then this way to make this pretty swirly effect. And then finally, we have this one right here. I really like this one too. I think I just like this design in general. And again, we took different colors, red first in the middle, then yellow, then green, and blue. And we swirled them together. I really like how this swirl and this one incorporates yellow and ended up with red in the middle. I really like that. That is just extra cool. Those two in particular show the red in the middle with yellow. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's my second favorite, I believe. So there we have it, our fun little rocks from the tie-dye rock art set from Made by Me. It was a lot of fun, but you could do this too. You don't have to buy a kit if you have access to some rocks. Or you could do it you could use a paper plate. You could use a piece of cardboard. You could really do this on any surface. And a little toothpick would work for a scraper. Yeah, you could do your own little tie-dye art. It would be a lot of fun to try. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed getting to see all these cool little colorful rocks today. I think they were pretty before, but they're even cooler now. And the one I didn't paint, I still think that one's pretty too. I'm gonna put that with my little collection. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.